Hi everybody, so today I thought I'd do a little video just to show you what I picked up at Your Horse Live, not the weekend, just in fact I think it's 2 weeks ago now. Just haven't had a chance really to sit down and do this, and I had obviously some other little videos I wanted to put up. So this one's going to go up this week, and I didn't pick up a huge number of things. I had a brilliant weekend. I went for 2 days. I did write a short blog about it, which I'll put in the bar below so you can have a look and see what I saw and stuff. But I managed to go around the shops and stuff. Going by 2 days, I managed to see all the demonstrations, and at least once, probably twice a lot of them, I managed to go around all the shops and saw some of the talks and some of the smaller demonstrations as well. So I had a really nice weekend, and I picked up a few things. There are a couple of things I got in mind to get, and some other things that I just sort of saw and thought, oh well, I'll pick those up as well. So the first thing I got was something that I've been looking for a while, which was a new head collar for Tommy. I wanted purple because that's sort of his colour I've just chosen. I know that he's using Fidget's green feed bucket, because that was quite new, but Fidget was green, Chesney's got red stuff, and Basil's got blue, so I thought purple was quite a good colour for Tommy. I got this one, it's a Shire's one. I wanted one that had the buckle on the nose and around, to go around his neck here, and one that unclipped underneath, but I didn't want one that was really heavy, and some of them have really huge buckles and stuff. Because he's obviously he's still a bit nervous and things, so I didn't want, as I said, one with huge big buckles that was going to bang and crash about a bit on him. So we're going to give this one a go and see what he thinks of it, but I'm quite excited. It's a cob size, but the nose goes quite small, so I'm hoping it'll be right. I mean, he should be cob sized, but we'll see, because obviously I think he seems to have quite a small nose, round. But we'll see anyway, we'll try it on and see what he thinks of that. I also picked up a couple of new hay nets, not overly exciting, I know, but they don't seem to like, hay nets don't seem to like being soaked, sort of with Basil's hay that obviously I soak every day. They seem to rot. I'm not that surprised, but when obviously they're wet like 24/7, because they soak in the morning, then they're wet all day because I soak them first thing in the morning and leave them in the day to try and drain some of the water off, and then got the wet hay in all night as well, so they're just constantly wet. So they don't last too badly, to be fair, but they do eventually rot. So I've bought a new one. Well, actually this one's Chesney's obviously because it's red, and a new one for Basil, which is blue. I was looking for a purple one for Tommy, but I didn't see any purple ones, so he's still using the spare one of, one of these. Anyway, so I've got 2 new hay nets as well. I also visited a couple of the charity stands that I support, to see if there were a few little bits I could pick up. The British Horse Society stand didn't have much, huge amount of things on the main stand, but they had like a little sale-y thing, slightly separate, well, it was totally separate in a different part of this show, and they had some bits and bobs. I picked up a Bobble hat, a nice navy one, which I think is quite a nice smart colour. It has got the British Horse Society on there, and actually I was really glad because I ended up wearing it quite a bit, because it was really rainy and really cold on the Saturday, so I actually wore it quite a bit, and it kept my head nice and warm, so that was really useful. But I like bobble hats, as you know. I bought one last year, so probably didn't really hugely need one this year, but I work on the basis it's for charity and I definitely will wear it, so it wasn't a waste of money anyway. The other thing I picked up on their little saley stand was just a little notebook, a little Thelwell notebook. It's got a little pen on it. I thought it would be really good to have in my handbag, because I do actually, although most of the time I walk around with not much stuff, obviously going to work or anything like that, I have handbags. So I've got a little notepad, and I love the Thelwell. If you've not seen any of the Thelwell cartoons, you must try and find some of them. They're just absolutely brilliant, and they're so fun, and they're so true as well, which is why they make me laugh so much. So it's just got a few little pictures of the Thelwell ponies doing things that they really shouldn't do, throwing their riders off and things like that. Anyway, so that's quite cute. I also visited the Red Wings stand. It's a horse sanctuary which is another equine charity that I sort of try and support a little bit. Obviously they do quite different work to the British Horse Society. They obviously offer sanctuary to horses and ponies that they rescue, and they do rehome some though as well, but obviously the British Horse Society tend to, they just have welfare officers, and they go around working with the owners to try and prevent the horses having to be taken in, but also they do get involved in large scale rescues and things as well. So again, different sides of the coin, but both I think useful and well, vital charities really. Anyway, so I'm on Red Wing stand this time because I know I went to the Red Wing stand at Horse of the Year show as well, but this time I just picked up actually because they had a lot of the same stuff that I had on the stand at Horse of the Year show. So I just picked up a little key ring with a little horse, which is really cute. I just couldn't resist it, to be honest, so I bought him. Anyway, so that's all I bought on the Red Wing stand this time, because as I say, I bought quite a few things at Horse of the Year show. Then the only other purchase I made was from Westgate Labs, which is some worm counts. This is a four count one. They had quite a good discounts on if you bought 4, and then there was a voucher in the show guide as well. So I know I've only got 3, but obviously I can use the spare one another time. So I bought 4 worm counts, which obviously I won't use for a while now, because it's not worth doing worm counts over the winter, because the worms tend to be sort of dormant and hiding away, so I probably won't use it obviously till the spring, but it's a good thing to have, and if it's, you know, it isn't like a nice to have, it's an essential nowadays, so buying them when they're cheaper is always a good thing. And as I say, so that was my final purchase. So I didn't buy huge amount of things really. I had to potter around and looked at things. I was trying to find a grooming box as well for Tommy. I wanted a purple one, but I didn't see any of those. Most people obviously nowadays like to have the grooming bags, but I still like having the tray things, like the other 2 I've got for Chesney and Basil. So I was disappointed I couldn't find one of those. But all in all, I had a wonderful show. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I picked up at Your Horse Live. It's a brilliant show. And not just you watch, but you can learn loads as well. So it's really worthwhile going. The shopping's brilliant as well, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing the few little things that I purchased. If you have, please subscribe in the box below, and I'll see you next week. Bye.